Okay, welcome back into the chat room. It's the first one in a couple months. We have a first-time guest, Bryce.
Hello.
How you
Thanks
doing?
for having me on. I'm doing great.
Anytime. Ryan is back.
What's up?
We talked some NFL today.
That was douchey as hell. I regret my intro.
We talked some NFL today. We're just gonna dive right in. Rank your playoff teams. Start with the AFC. See, it's a lot easier than the NFC.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Start with the AFC.
All right, new guy.
All right. So, obviously, nothing's changed on the forefront. Pats got to be the number one seed, right?
Hate to see
man,
Looking
come
good.
on.
I know. Yeah, you hate to see it,
I
but
hate to see it.
they. The last time we said this, they have a really great defense. You know, probably not since Rodney Harrison, Teddy Bruschi, those guys.
To hell with Matt Patricia. Who needs him? Who needs him?
Number 2, got Patty Mahomes, the team that the Colts just beat. So that's got to make us feel pretty good, right? Beating one of the top AFC teams on the road, in fact.
On the road.
No
no less.
homers
On the
in this
road.
podcast.
No, not at all. Not at all. Just
Objective.
making
Yeah,
a
objective.
statement. That's a fact.
Uh-huh.
All right. Number 3, we got a new starting quarterback this year. And number 3, Baltimore with Lamar.
Interesting.
Had
I
me
mean-
worried when you were dragging that on.
Now, to be fair, they're in a division with really bad teams.
Shit.
Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, who is on their third-string quarterback named Devlin Hodges.
R.I.P. Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, yeah. You hate
In
to
our
see
thoughts.
that. Hate to see that.
Yeah,
Number
Brucey.
4, Indianapolis, Jacoby Brissett,
There you
Frank
go.
Wright,
There you go.
baller, man.
I'm not gonna hide my homerism.
No,
It's a good pick.
it is.
Yeah, once we get to the NFC, you'll see mine. So I guess that's fair.
Coming in at number 5, we'll stay in the division with Houston. Houston, if they can ever figure out a way to protect Deshaun Watson, you know, they might be a Super Bowl team down the road, but they got to fix that O-line
And
first.
fire that coach, and then maybe.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien, that poor Bill O'Brien. He's probably been there a year too long. And then number 6,
We are.
I'm going with a little surprise here. I'm going with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Nice.
They played New England tough. Right? Had they got the penalty for the Josh Allen injury, had Josh Allen stayed in the game, you never know what could have happened there.
Should have beat the Pats.
I agree. Stupid Matt Barkley. USC quarterbacks never work out. So yeah, that's my AFC.
Okay. I agree for the most part.
I'm moving over to me now?
Ryan?
Okay. So, with my number 1 overall seed, I'm going to roll with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean...
They're pretty interchangeable,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not even gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. 1 and 2 are kind of a foregone conclusion. I think everyone can agree.
Did they play each other this year?
I don't believe so.
Pats and Chiefs?
I'll look that up.
So while he's looking that up, I think it's pretty interchangeable between who's 1 or 2. I mean, it's just going to come down to, like, who happens to go 12-4 and who goes 11-5 or something like that. I mean, it's just...
Yeah.
Because they're both going to run away with their division. I mean, what we've seen from Denver thus far, what we've seen from L.A.
We do have a Chiefs-Pats matchup here.
Oh.
December 8th. That could be for home field advantage, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming down to it.
Yeah.
It's like the last week, right?
Yeah.
Last couple of weeks.
Last couple weeks, yeah. Yeah, we also get a Bills-Patriots rematch on the 22nd of December. Also looking forward to the Patriots-Cowboys game. We're going to see who's what of the NFL this season, that's for sure.
We're going to see the what's what, absolutely. Anyways, it's pretty interchangeable, as I've said for the 3 times now. Good job. Good podcasting, Ryan. Kansas City and the Patriots are like 1A, 1B, essentially. For number 3, same pick as you, Bryce. I'm going to go with Baltimore. I love what they're doing on defense. Earl Thomas literally killed a guy, and the rest of that defense really has picked up the slack. I've liked what I've seen out of Jackson thus far, though he's had a couple iffy games. I think he can do it and at least get him back to the playoffs in that shaky AFC North. In the 4th spot, I have your 2019 AFC South champions, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm gonna fight you over this.
I don't understand why you're so upset about this.
I'm
Very
gonna-
logical pick.
No, I'm going after you on this. Why do you think Jacksonville's gonna win the South?
let me tell you about a couple of the games that they have coming up this season.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Because they still got to play Indianapolis twice.
Yeah, this week they have New Orleans.
Okay.
I mean, Teddy Bridgewater seems to be finding his footing, so we'll chalk that up as a loss.
Okay, so that now drops them down to 2-4.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we got the next week. We got Cincinnati.
Win.
That's a dub.
It's a dub.
Okay.
Week after that, they got the Jets. That's a dub. Week after that, they got the Texans. I mean, with that,
that'll be a shootout.
With the defensive line that Jacksonville's bringing, and with how Houston still has some shuffling to do on the offensive line, that could very well be. I'd say like that's about 60-40 right now, Jaguars' favor. Then they got the Colts. Probably a loss.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a loss.
Titans. That's a dub.
I don't know. The Titans have been playing well recently.
Yeah, but they're still the Titans.
All right,
and,
that's all right.
And the Titans, when playing AOC style teams, just can't be relied on.
All right.
They'll go out and topple a power in the NFC, but when they start playing games that matter.
Okay. All right.
So then we got the Buccaneers. I'm going to give that a dub because they're still starting Jameis Winston at quarterback.
Hey, he's eating W's right now.
The Chargers just took an embarrassing L, so I'm going to give that one to the Jags. And they got the Raiders, and though they did just beat the Bears, are still the Raiders. So I'm going to give the Jags.
They beat the Bears. That's all that matters.
I'm going to give the Jags that one. Then they play the Falcons, who are a resident booty team.
Yeah.
And then they have the Colts again. So if they split with the Colts, then that's like a legitimate, like, definite playoff team and possibly division champion.
They beat us 6-0 with Cody Kessler last year. Let us not forget.
That's a good point.
Okay, they could beat us with Gardner.
Right, that's fair. That's fair. But I think we're a different team this year.
We are.
The Jaguars have Minshew mania. So, I mean...
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Good luck keeping track with that, jockstrap. Anyways.
Proceed. We're doing a podcast after the playoffs start.
Just so y'all can roast me when the Jaguars finish with 5 wins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be great.
All right, so my first wild card is going to come out of the AFC East. I'm going to roll with the Buffalo Bills.
Love it.
I agree.
Love it.
I agree.
I think it's less of a testament to the offense and more so a testament to the defense that I picked them. Just because they are some maulers. And I feel like Josh Allen can do enough. They're starting to figure things out in the running game. With Singletary's had an impressive start. So I think they're good enough to get a 5 seed out of that. And then 6, we'll rock with the hometown boys. Going to give the Colts the final wild card spot to sneak in to the AFC side of the playoff bracket.
Okay.
And over to you, Mr. Host.
Okay, well, you may disagree with these. Number 1, the Titans. No.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Number 1, the Pats.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, this holds true to your rankings here, or your predictions.
Yeah, I played it safe for sure.
Yeah, you did. It's kind of embarrassing for you. Not even gonna lie.
I think there's only... It was pretty easy. I was ashamed. I wanted to pick the Chiefs. D Ford's not around to fuck them over, so...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I just think the Patriots are going to go like 14-2.
Wow.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I don't know who they're going to lose
Their
to.
schedule's also soft as baby shit, so...
Like, they could lose to the Chiefs, and they might lose to the Bills. But who else? Who else are they going to lose to?
Yeah.
Nobody. Number 2, we got the Chiefs. Our only hope to beat the Pats. Our only hope. God's only hope. Number 3, Colts.
Wow.
Colts number 3.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're going to go like 10-6.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. I think we're going to beat the Texans in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Our defensive line is no match for their O-line.
Mm-mm.
For sure.
Number 4, Browns.
Wow, you're still hanging on to this.
I'm not giving up on the Browns.
Okay. Wow.
It was between them and the Ravens.
I mean, this is about the time of year that Cleveland figured it out last year anyways.
So
I mean, that's not a horrible take. I mean, obviously, there's not going to be a coaching change this year for the Browns.
No.
But maybe, like, Kitchens and Mayfield finally mesh.
Fraudy Kitchens?
Is
he a real NFL head coach? Let's be honest here.
When's the last real coach they had?
I thought they should have stuck with
Ever
Hugh.
heard of Bill Belichick?
I thought they should have stuck with Hugh. I like him.
Oh yeah, the dude that got 3 wins in his winning seasons.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
What?
I'm serious. Hugh Jackson.
This is why you haven't been on the podcast.
That's fine. That's fine. Call it a hot take then.
What?
Call it a hot take.
I will. Jesus. Hugh Jackson. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Shit. I just think the
You gotta
Browns.
refocus now.
I just thought. Yeah, I do. I just think the Browns have more weapons than the Ravens. I think Baker. I don't know if he's better than Lamar right now, but I trust him more in a big game.
Oh wow.
Like if it comes
That's
down
fair.
to
I don't disagree with that.
if it comes down to Browns Ravens, and like a winner go home to get in the playoffs, I'll take the Browns.
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely dislike his performance, meaning Jackson, when I say his performance in like pressure games, because I'm like in that playoff game, all the stakes were on, and it was arguably the worst game that we've seen from him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely agree with that sentiment that I take Baker in a clutch situation before I take Lamar.
And 5, I got the Texans. I like Watson. I like him a lot.
I think Watson is great.
Give it up
I
for the
think
damn
he's good.
Jaguars, man.
Nah.
And 6, Bills. Get the
Okay.
Bills.
I like how we all took a
Yeah.
waiver on the Bills.
Yeah, I like the Bills. I like the Bills.
I want
this
the
year.
Bills to sneak in there.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
They deserve it.
Yeah, they do.
They deserve it. Sean McDermott, he's.
Remember when they paid Rex Ryan on like real money to be their head football coach?
Hey, you know what? I think Rex Ryan belongs
And he brought
in
his
the
brother.
NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rex Ryan
And
still
they're like-
belongs there.
Like, thanks for bringing us to the playoffs, Tyrod Taylor. But how about you pack up?
As a head coach, Rex Ryan?
Maybe not as a head coach, but as some type of coordinator or some type of coach, I think he belongs. I think he's great.
He's not good in the studio.
No?
No. Keep
No.
him on the field.
Yeah, he's not good in the
Let
studio.
him be like a defensive coordinator or something. Please, just keep him out of the booth.
It's like painful sometimes to watch him in the studio.
Wow.
NFC.
Yeah. I'll
New
start.
guy.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. So number 1, I got the Saints. Man, yeah, Teddy Two Gloves stepping in for an injured Drew Brees. Looks good. Hasn't lost a game. Beat Seattle. Beat the Cowboys, arguably 2 of the best teams in the NFC.
Yes.
Wow. A gutsy performance by Teddy Two Gloves. And Zach, the best stat that you got for him? Traded for a 3rd-round pick. Traded for a 3rd-round pick.
Classic
Good job,
Jets.
New York.
Classic
Good job.
Jets.
Good job. Number 2, I got the Seahawks. Man, Russell Wilson. Sure,
Number 2.
He's got to be in the MVP race, right?
I agree.
He's got to be.
No, he is.
I mean, just consistent. He's exactly what Baker Mayfield should be, but isn't. Russell Wilson just
Makes
get
sense.
it done.
Makes
Get
sense.
it done.
Resident Short King out here living his best life.
Number 3, I got the Rams. Even though Goff is a system quarterback, again, I'll go with that to my grave. We'll come back to Trubisky.
So is Tom Brady.
Hey, we'll come back to Trubisky on that one. All right.
Oh, you.
Yep.
He's not even good as a system
You know what?
quarterback. How dare you?
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
He's just bad.
We'll come back to that. Sean McVay's still Sean McVay. He's still a great play caller. Hard to beat. Got to figure out some things on defense. Wade Phillips, what's he like? 100 years old now.
Yeah.
Still doing the dang thing.
Yep.
So I'm rolling with the Rams at 3. 4. Pains me, but it's got to be Dallas. So much talent. Just a awful coach. Awful coach. I mean, did you guys see him get flagged for the way he threw his challenge flag? Seriously,
like an upset mother throwing her son's dirty underwear.
Seriously, like
I told you to pick these up off the bathroom floor.
why do I feel like Jerry Jones just went to him and says like, do something crazy to fire up your guys. Don't just clap all the time.
The claps.
I'm pretty sure Jason Garrett could have like a clapping
clapper.
tutorial,
I just broke my pen.
right? I hope you don't need that.
The clapper.
So yeah, Cowboys at 4. 5, the Pack. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers returns.
Can't give up on the man.
yeah, you really can't give up on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, always there at the end. He'll throw a Hail Mary and totally screw up your whole entire season if you let him.
Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks. 5 or 6. I picked him at the beginning of the year to win the Super Bowl, so I got to put him in there. Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I think once they actually start catching the ball instead of dropping all these beautiful dimes that Carson Wentz has dropped to them, I think they'll be just fine. Aguilar. Shout out to the Philly guy catching babies, unlike Aguilar. So yeah, I think Alshon Jeffrey is big time.
Former Chicago Bear.
Too bad they couldn't do nothing with them.
Good to point
out.
This
Deshaun
is a Bears
Jackson.
podcast, right?
Yeah. Deshaun Jackson takes the top off the offense too. I think that's huge for them having him back. So yeah, that's my NFC. Yes, I did leave out Chicago because Mitchell Trubisky is an awful system quarterback.
Blasphemous.
Awful.
You sinner.
Awful. Wait, who was drafted after him? Could you remind me, Ryan?
Oh my God.
Could you? Just one time for me.
So at the 10 spot we had, you might have heard of him. We talked about him a little bit earlier, actually. Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
Of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, you mean last year's MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if they didn't want him, they could have had some kid out of Clemson. His name was Deshaun Watson at the 12th spot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. He plays for the Texans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty successful team, right?
Doing okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Did you see Titans sign Cody Parkey?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us your thoughts on Cody Parkey real quick?
Cody Parkey wasn't horrible. He missed one kick and got fired. I feel for the kid, and he got viscerally attacked by like a racist Midwest town in Chicago. So I feel for the kid. Just like Cairo Santos had one bad game for the Titans and got the boot.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
I feel like there's such flux in the kicking game this year because people are not this year, but like in recent years, just because teams are so quick to fire guys.
Sure.
Instead of like instilling confidence, like Vinatieri, the Colts gave him the benefit of the doubt, and now he's cool.
Yep. No.
I don't know.
Anyways,
man.
that's off topic.
I think he definitely deserves another chance.
Ryan, what do you got?
Oh, that was your 6?
Yeah, that was my 6. What's
cool.
up?
Cool. Moving on to the NFC.
If Bears are number 1, I promise.
NFC's tough.
NFC's
tough.
Yeah, the thing with the NFC is like they don't have any standout like obvious contenders like the Chiefs.
Not like last year.
Patriots in the AFC.
So we're just ignoring the fact that the 49ers are undefeated right now.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that entirely.
Okay.
It's like
Fair
how
enough.
the Lions started out undefeated too. Like
Fair enough. We'll move on then.
Congrats, guys. But with the NFC, there's a ton of good to great teams, but no one that I see is elite. I see holes in every potential contender, which worries me about ranking them 1 through 6 because I could look really stupid by the time we get to the end of the season. But I'm going to do it anyways. So at the 1 spot, coming from a Chicago Bears fan, I have the Green Bay Packers.
Wow, as 1.
As the 1.
Wow.
I think their defense has made like some pretty impressive strides this
Sunday
season.
impressed you?
Yeah, Sunday it definitely did a lot for me.
So the Cowboys almost come back and win that game. Had no effect.
I mean, they were just destroying them.
Yeah.
Early in that game.
It's kind of concern you that they took their foot off the gas there.
No, I mean like good for them. They were beating them bad enough that they could.
If Dak gets down if Dak's down like 10 going into the 4th, it's done.
This game.
It's done. It's done.
I'll talk about overrated quarterbacks. Yeah, they have the Rodgers effect. I don't care if he didn't throw a touchdown. I mean, like, it's still Aaron Rodgers.
He's still dangerous.
Yeah, he is still that guy.
Stephen A. Smith's words, baddest man on the planet.
And also, I have a vested interest in this because both Rodgers and Jimmy Graham are on my fantasy team. So if they kill it the rest of the season, they're best team in the NFC, that works for me.
Jimmy Graham has like 1 touchdown.
I know!
Oh,
I'm so aware.
He's aware.
Okay.
All right, number 2, we got New Orleans. We're going to go with the Saints. I've been a Teddy Two Gloves stan since he was coming out of Louisville. Drake, if you're listening to this, I would like to remind you of the bet we had between who would be better, Two Gloves or Johnny Manziel, and I won that one by a lot.
Have you gotten paid?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I got that one.
Great.
So, with the Saints, obviously the defense is really good with the young pieces that they've drafted recently. And I love Teddy Two Gloves. I love Kamara. I love Michael Thomas is the best wide receiver in the
Ohio State,
NFL.
man.
It's just it's a fun team with weapons on both sides, and I don't see anyone in the AFC South in the NFC South being able to take the one spot away from them. But well, foreshadowing, there will be another NFC South team making the playoffs. But for right now, we're going to talk about the one team to make it out of the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, Ryan, what about the Rams, you might say? I have been so not impressed by the Rams this year. It's incredible. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
So are you just mad that that the Rams just have a better system and system quarterback than the Bears?
They are better at the system quarterback than the Bears, which rubs me the wrong way.
Would you kill for Jared Goff?
No.
Would you kill a man for Jared Goff?
I don't know about a man. Like a lower level of life, maybe. Like a squirrel. I'd take a squirrel out for Jared Goff. But at the 3 spot, I have Seattle just because Danger Russ Wilson has been lights out. Arguably the best that he's played. This is his prime. He's got his money. His wife definitely still wants to be with Future, and he's using that as fuel. I like that defense. Getting Jadeveon Clowney was dope.
Yeah, pick 6.
That defense is tight now.
Yeah, it is.
It's not Legion of Boom, but it's at least watertight enough that they can give Russell the ball back on a consistent basis to get those dubs. So I trust them the most out of any team in the West, including the 49ers, who I think their winning streak is just fool's gold. And then we got the East. I got the Cowboys winning it, even though they looked awful against the Packers this weekend. Just from a pure talent standpoint, I think there's just obviously the Giants and Redskins aren't going to compete, and Phillies just look like a mess. And I think if they're going to turn around, it has to be now, or else the Cowboys are just going to make that gap incredibly hard to overcome. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my first wild card team, the number 5 team in the NFC,
talking about this.
the Carolina Panthers.
What?
Wow. Run CMC, huh?
Run CMC, and
Wow.
I love Kyle Allen.
Oh
So you're saying Cam Newton's not coming back?
Even if he does, I don't know if they'll play him. I'm sure they will because they're paying him a lot of money. But either way, I think they finally respected the fact that they have a unicorn in the backfield, and it's not Newton, and that it's McCaffrey, and that he has to be the focus more so than Newton. And they need to move more towards a McCaffrey-centric offense instead of a McCaffrey weapon to use for Newton-type offense. And the defense is good. I mean, they got Gerald McCoy in the middle now. Little transfer movement from fellow NFC South team, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Very underrated move, too.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
The defense, it's kind of the same situation I see with the Seahawks, where they're just good enough to keep them, keep things watertight, bend don't break type thing. And then I love that offense. I feel like they've really got it clicking. I never thought that I would be impressed by a Ron Rivera football team, but I am.
Fair enough. Hey, shout out to Curtis Samuel, Ohio State man. Getting it done. Getting it done.
Half the league's Ohio State. If you're going to do that, this podcast is going to attack on for half an hour.
Definitely going to.
All right, and 6th spot, we got the Chicago Bears.
No.
Yeah.
Of course.
Who's the quarterback?
Yeah.
Fun fact, we're going to trade for Nick Foles when he becomes healthy.
Really?
Yeah. And he will lead the Bears to the promised land.
Time out. Would you rather have Foles or Minshew?
Minshew. But I feel like the Jacks want him. They'll be happy to just dump that contract on the Bears, which the Bears will happily take and waste the prime of this defense. But yeah, it just dates back to the defense. It's why I put the Bills in the wild card in the AFC. Just because, a dominant defense can win you games. If you can rely on a defense for, 7 points a game, which is crazy, but teams like the Bills and Bears can do, you're always going to be in games. So that's why I give the Bears the benefit of the doubt there, that they can get it done and get the 6th seed. Man, I took forever. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll go.
I had to defend my hot takes, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hot takes.
Oh, they were definitely hot, that's for sure.
Number 1 for me, the Saints.
Gotta
The Saints.
be, right?
Nah, y'all lame.
The Saints.
Backup quarterback.
Nobody's taken more shit than the Saints. The past 2 years, other than maybe the Falcons. Maybe the Falcons. But the Saints.
It's their time. It's
their
got to be,
time.
right?
They should have won last year. It's their time.
Well, they even got
So
screwed over by their
time.
refs again.
It's the Saints' time.
Yeah,
I don't
agree.
care. Look, when Breeze comes back, I think he'll take it over from Teddy, no matter how good Teddy's doing. Because I mean, it's Drew Brees. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
One of the GOATs.
Purdue's finest.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
Rip Purdue football this year.
Besides that astronaut. He's in like the Mount Rushmore of Purdue men.
That astronaut. Number 2, we got the Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they're gonna catch fire.
Pause.
So
I wasn't
wait.
paying attention to the Philadelphia Eagles, like the ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna win the division over the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
wish I was that bold.
They're gonna catch fire.
Wow.
I think the Eagles are gonna get to the Super Bowl.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
I think it's gonna be Eagles Pats again.
Oh
What
wow.
makes you say that? Just like
Yeah.
you, just absolute faith in Wentz.
Yeah.
I feel the same thing. I'm very comfortable with Wentz.
I like their defense too.
Yeah. Well, they're having a little issues on the secondary, but stopping the run, they do a fantastic job.
I worry about how Wentz has proved that he's made of glass and hasn't really shown like a desire to run less. He's still being super
Yeah.
aggressive,
He's got Andrew Luck syndrome.
escaping the pocket.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to win too badly, which most coaches would take in a heartbeat. But like
Yeah.
for someone who's shown a history of injuries, you have to be more careful.
Well, how do we know that somebody like Nate Sudfeld isn't like?
You shut up.
He has a
Isn't like
cannon.
Isn't,
He
he's
also-
not the next Nick Foles.
He's also a quarterback from IU. I'll be damned if I ever start a quarterback from from Indiana University.
What about Trent Green? Trent Green was cool.
Why are we bringing up Trent
Green
Green?
He was cool. Antoine Randall was
He
good.
didn't even play quarterback.
He was good. He was good. He's all right.
Anyways,
Well, you wouldn't want Richard Lego under center for the Bears.
wow.
Xander
Wow.
Diamond.
Oh wait, no. You know who the Eagles' backup quarterback
Xander
is?
quit football entirely.
Wow.
Who?
Josh McCown.
Oh.
Josh McCown.
Oh. What?
Yeah, Josh
Since when?
McCown is
I
the
thought he
second.
was out of the league.
I saw him on E
Sudfeld.
ESPN like last week.
I don't know.
There's like 7 McCowns, man. That could have been one of the others.
Yeah.
Luke?
It could have been.
Luke McCown.
Could have been.
Classic.
Sam Houston State. That's
You're
all I have
kidding
to
me.
say.
Wow.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, Sudfeld is the third string.
Did we go to Sam Houston State?
Jeez.
You need to do a little live research right now.
My God.
So what do you got for 3?
Seahawks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
gotta be in there, right?
Seahawks are in there. They're in there. They're 4-1 right now.
No, he went to Louisiana Tech. I'm stupid.
Division's kind of trash.
What backup went to
You don't
Sam
know
Houston
what
State?
you don't know what you're talking about.
They have the best quarterback in that division. Not even close. The
Who does?
Seahawks do.
Oh, yeah.
They probably have the best defense too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Defenses can key on Aaron Donald too easy
Josh
now.
McCown. Josh
Sue's
McCown will
gone.
stand Houston State.
Are we sure Pete Carroll's a good coach?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I think so. I think he's a players guy, like Frank Reich.
Oh, he is.
And I think that's why people love him. People
He
love
is.
players coaches.
He's a players guy for sure.
The guys at USC loved him for the paychecks he gave them.
Oh yeah, you already know.
He's a players guy. We know that much. Number 4.
Took his damn shirt off when he drafted DK Metcalf.
I love it.
Absolute clown.
Love
Sorry to interrupt
it.
you, Zach. Go ahead.
Love it.
No, I love taking shots at Pete. So good.
I want to take shots with Pete.
Number 4, I got the Packers. I
Okay.
got the Packers taking the North.
I'm down with
Yeah.
that. As much as I hate the Packers, they're the best team in the North.
They are. They are. Aaron Jones looked damn good.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
He
phenomenal.
looked damn good.
Where do they keep
Phenomenal.
finding these running backs?
These
where they
random
just,
running
like,
backs. Ever since like Ryan Grant, they've had some no-name running back.
Well, they even took a wide receiver and made him a running back.
Montgomery.
Ty
Ty
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that back in my day when Ahmad Green was running.
Bubba Franks. Ahman
Bubba Franks. Donald Driver.
Good times.
Good times. Who else?
Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings. Yeah. Good
Classic.
time to be
I
alive.
love Greg
And that
Jennings. He was
Fabry
great.
kid out of Southern Miss.
Oh yeah.
forget about him.
Yeah.
Jermichael
Number
Finley. Jermichael Finley.
Ah,
Arguably the best quarterback in Jets history. Brett Favre.
What a year that was. What a year that was. A lot of
remember when
sexting that year. A lot of sexting that year.
You remember?
What a year for sexting in New York. Oh, Brett,
man.
you dirty man. Dirty old man. So yeah, I have the Packers. Yeah, you thought we forgot?
When you turn 45, you should just like have your phone taken away from you. Because there's no way that you're one, smart, or two, not horny enough to not just make a bad mistake.
So this wasn't that. Okay, according to the internet, it says that suit wasn't settled till 3 years later. 3
Jeez.
years.
Wow.
3 years.
Yeah, Brett Favre had a little unsettling in his suit, obviously.
Wow.
We need to get back to the
Yeah.
Packers 4.
Packers 4. 5, I got the Niners.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You're buying
believer.
it.
I have the Niners. I like Jimmy G.
Wow.
I like Jimmy G. I like that defense.
Eastern Illinois,
Okay.
stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. It's first Tony Romo, now this.
All right.
And 6, Cowboys.
You're down on the Cowboys, huh?
I'm down on the Cowboys.
Man, neither of y'all have the Bears. You lose to the Raiders once and suddenly you're
No,
not
that's
a
not even
playoff
it.
team.
No, this is strictly a Mitch Trubisky as a system quarterback, and albeit an awful one. Point here.
This is a Bryce is being mean to me.
That's
right
fine.
now.
That's fine. I will go to my grave with this.
Would you trust Jay Cutler and Matt Nagy's system?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Just wondering.
Jay Cutler wouldn't care enough to like learn the playbook in depth and would just like be throwing slants directly to the other team.
Wow.
Interesting. Do you like Chase Daniel though? It could be worse. It could be a hell
No,
of a
they're
lot
of
worse.
course I don't like Chase.
They're
I think
interchangeable.
He's a nice man, but
He knows Nagy's offense though. He came over from Kansas City.
Yeah, he knows the offense.
Kansas City was going to make him the highest paid backup quarterback.
Would rather he just not be playing football.
Wow.
Man,
Good old Missouri days. Good old Missouri.
he's not bad.
Let's not forget that the best backup quarterback on the Chicago Bears from the University of Missouri is Tyler Bray. Let's not mince any words here.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
In the words of John Elway, have you seen how tall he is?
Oh, jeez.
Brock Osweiler. Okay, let's jump into quarterbacks now. Just give me your top 10. Give us your top 10. Obviously, Chase Daniel didn't make the cut for Ryan. Didn't make the cut. But,
Hot take 4.
Ryan, why don't we start with you?
Ooh, okay, I get the honor. So obviously,
Yes.
1 is a foregone conclusion, and it should be for all of our lists.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mitch Trubisky.
You're joking.
No, I'm joking. It's the quarterback that the Bears should have taken in that draft. That would be
You hate
Mr.
to see
Patrick
it.
Mahomes.
You hate to see it.
Pretty unquestioned there. I mean, just look at the cover of Madden. Number 2, and by the way, we're basing this off of this season. It's not a body of work. It's performance thus far in the 2019 season.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with Danger Russ as the second best quarterback in the NFL
I
right
think
now.
you have to. Yeah, I think he's probably number 2 in MVP races right now.
I would say.
I would take him as the best chance to take down Mahomes.
I don't know. McCaffrey's up there too.
Ahead of McCaffrey.
I think you got to put McCaffrey.
I mean, we're in 2019. There's no way that a
Fair.
non-quarterback is going to win the I almost said Heisman.
Or the Heisman.
We're not there
Win the
yet.
MVP.
We're not there yet.
We're not there. We're not ready to talk about that, but
Adrian Peterson, last running back to win the MVP.
You said 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
man, so another running back would really be a switch up, huh?
Yeah.
But she hits his kids.
Wow.
3, we got another quarterback the Bears should have taken in 2017 in Deshaun Watson.
Number 3.
He really proved it for me in this most recent league. Just like when he has some damn time in the pocket, he's a horrifying quarterback to try and stop.
Yeah.
And so I give him 3 spot here just based on this year. 4, I don't know if I want to go with 4 or 5 here because they're both pretty interchangeable. I'll go with how I have it written. I'm going to go with A-Rod, Mr. Rogers of the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, just his consistency and accuracy and just like hitting his checkdowns. He's not checkdown king Tom Brady, but just makes the throws that he needs to. Obviously, he hasn't had the touchdown outcome that you'd want thus far this season, but he's still leading his team to wins. So I still rank him as a top 5 quarterback. Number 5, we have the man who refuses to stop having children, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
And while LA has struggled a little bit, like he is still at the top of his game.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Making all 30 of his children proud.
I don't think he's missed a game since 2005.
He's an absolute warrior.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
He's man. Yeah, Phillip Rivers is the type of guy that you just love to build around.
Mm-hmm.
He's 37.
Wow. So we talk about Tom Brady playing.
Chargers won that trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Well, that's a debate for another day. That's a debate for
They
another
would have gotten
day.
that ring with Phillip.
Would they have hung on to him that long?
No, I disagree. The Giants won the trade.
They got 2 rings, and they beat
rings.
arguably the best team in NFL history.
I feel like they could have had more rings with Rivers.
Maybe, but
This
wouldn't you
could be
happy
its own
with 2?
podcast.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah.
We gotta stick.
We're doing
Stick to the script.
on the next podcast. What ifs?
Rivers hasn't missed a start since 2005, but Drew Brees was the quarterback. So.
Oh, there's a little bit of piece of history to show how
That's good
long that
stuff.
was.
Every game since 2006, he started.
Impressive. That's
Yeah.
very impressive.
Yeah.
All right, number 6. I hate to say it, but it's Dak Prescott.
Ugh.
Come on.
Ugh.
It's
Come on.
Dak.
He is good.
I am a noted Dak hater.
Same.
And I just think he's really brought it this year. And the Cowboys have looked good in games where they're not playing a green team. Number 7, we have the man from arguably the worst city in the nation, the Detroit Lions' own Matt Stafford.
Really come alive here. I'm honestly shocked. Matt Patricia's kind of putting it together here. This season.
I mean, a lot of just like eternal names are on this list, like Rivers and Stafford. Just like Stafford's always gonna have a rocket arm. He's always gonna hit his guys. They're likely gonna drop it, but when they do bring it in,
Would you take Matt Stafford on the Bears?
In a heartbeat. Oh my God.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Think they become Super Bowl with Matt Stafford?
Close.
Yeah.
Close. Championship
Conversation.
game.
They're in the conversation for it with somebody like Stafford. Number 8, I got Mr. Carson Wentz. He would be so much higher on this list if I didn't worry about his injury history. Just because like he's been all right this year.
He is
Phillies,
Mr. Glass.
Phillies had their ups and downs. I just worry about him. Number 9, I got Mr. Lamar Jackson. Started off so hot, has cooled off, but I still think he's a top 10 quarterback right now.
Well, yeah, because he actually started playing opponents and not high school teams like Miami.
Then we're going to keep it in the AFC North for number 10 with Mr. Mayfield.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
No, people are writing him off so quick, and they're forgetting how good Baker Mayfield is at football.
Did you see the stat line Monday?
Yeah, but like...
8 of 22.
You know who Baker Mayfield is. I still have faith in him.
For 100 yards.
What one bad game does not a bad quarterback make?
I don't have a problem.
2 picks? Nah.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem.
Other than his offensive line has to block out an entire hole just so he can see.
Hey, lay off.
Come
He's
on
a good
now.
guy.
Do not
Come
slander
on now.
short kings on
Come
this
on
podcast. All right, that's my top 10.
Okay.
Interesting.
Bryce?
Interesting. So honestly, first
I'm glad
four.
you're being honest.
First 4 about the same. I mean, Mahomes, last year's MVP, had a bad game against the Colts. Threw for a lot of yards, made some amazing plays. That's just what he does. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to watch quarterback. Number 2, Russell, of course. MVP caliber season.
I agree.
Making amazing plays.
We're the same through 2.
I mean,
What is
honestly, I think everyone should have the exact same top 4. Honestly.
Really?
I do.
Well,
I
have
do.
some bad news for you.
A 3 Deshaun Watson. Albeit he's got an awful offensive line, so he's really extending plays with his legs, which he's good at doing, obviously. But he's got really good receivers around him. Stills and Fuller deep, and then you got Nuck. He just catches anything within his radius. One of the best receivers in the game, probably the best right now.
Shout out QT. I love him, but he is also made glass.
I'll say Michael Thomas is the best.
Yeah, Michael Thomas. Yeah, Ohio
That's
State.
a podcast. I can't see me pointing, but I'm pointing at you in agreement.
Yeah. Ohio
Michael
State,
Thomas,
man.
Julio, and then
No, it's gonna be Deshaun. Yeah.
A whole other podcast topic.
Yeah.
Top wide receivers.
4, A-Rod. Bad man he is. Doesn't matter who he's throwing the ball to. I mean, Valdez Scantling, really? That's the best you can come up with?
Equinemius St. Brown.
Yeah.
Notre
Dame. Yeah,
Yep.
Notre Dame.
Yep.
Once Adams gets healthy, though, I think there'll be more to come from that. And he finally has a running game. Never really had a running game. Running game opens up that offense for him. And A-Rod, of course, ad-libs on the fly. Matt LaFleur does a good job of play calling, though. I like Matt LaFleur. 5. This is where it kind of gets interesting here. I'm going with Wentz. I get it.
I like it.
I get it. He's been injured, and honestly, I think the real reason he's a little bit lower is because his receivers haven't been catching the ball. Aguilar.
Aguilar's had a rough go of things.
Yeah,
He's had
it's
a rough
unfortunate.
go of things.
I really thought he was gonna have a good career,
Me
but
too.
Jeffrey, Ertz, and Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
With he's got a loaded backfield too that you can check down to.
Don't forget Goddard.
Oh yeah, Goddard. Every
Dallas.
once in a while, right in the red zone.
Yep.
They always got Philly special in their back pocket too. But Carson Wentz is catching the ball. So
Do you think Wentz is pissed that he's got to throw the ball to a South Dakota State guy?
Nah.
Nah.
I think bygones can be bygones.
I feel like there's a visceral hate between the Dakotas when it comes to football.
Did you just create that?
It is all that they have.
Is this media influence right here? This is awful.
Hot take, the Dakotas hate each other.
Wow. It's going to make national news. We're going to have civil war in the Dakotas.
Hey, South Dakota has Mount Rushmore. They win. They win.
Automatically.
But North Dakota has the Fargo Dome, so what's more important to American history?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Wow.
Something to think about.
6. I'm going with Jacoby Brissett.
Bro, get the...
No.
I'm going with Jacoby Brissett. Here's why. Let me explain.
He's a little high. He's on my list too. He's just a little.
Let me explain.
What?
Let me explain. Okay. So, all right. So we're 3-2
Get
now,
your
right?
corduroy pants smirking.
Hey.
look
Yeah.
out of here.
Hey, Zach's always rocking the corduroys. Looks great.
I gotta get some new ones.
Yeah. Ladies, if you know where to buy Zach some corduroys, let him know. All right.
Don't act like there's gonna be any women that will listen.
You're
to
right.
this.
You're right. Bad point. Bad point.
A, turn it on, and B, get to this point.
But no, Jacoby Brissett. His stats haven't been great, right? Okay, up until last week, he was the only quarterback in the NFL to throw multiple touchdowns every game. You can't tell me that's not an interesting stat. Not to mention, he's probably one of the coolest quarterbacks under pressure.
No, he is.
Fourth quarter drive, he's got to be top 5 of quarterback that you're gonna pick to lead him down the field.
Would you take Jacoby over Mitch, Ryan?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I would take me over Mitch. Like, I don't really understand how badly I don't want Mitch Trubisky to play quarterback for the Chicago Bears anymore.
It's so funny you guys traded up to 2 to get him 2. That's great.
Well, it's like you were saying the other day. Jacoby could start for like.
Yeah, I think Jacoby Brissett could start on half of the NFL teams. And I stand by
for
that.
you to put him over Phillip Rivers.
I don't know that I could do that.
You just did.
Okay, all right, fine. If you're on the list, okay, fine. Whatever. Rivers actually didn't make the list. Rivers didn't make the list. 7.
Sir, you should have sat down and looked longer.
Didn't make the list?
Maybe. No, I didn't put him on the list.
No.
I didn't put him on the list.
No.
I'm going with
No.
Dak Prescott at 7, though. Dak Prescott, as much as I'm not a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. Really showed out strong beginning of the season. Past couple of weeks, though, you can kind of hear Jerry Jones just emptying the bag, giving random money to maybe the person that's sitting behind him in his press box, maybe, or whatever. But he'll still get paid, unfortunately. I think it's a bad move.
Usually the only owner that you see emptying his bag is Robert Kraft.
Come on.
Hate to see it.
Nothing ever happened to him for that.
Nope.
Of course not. Of course not.
Oh, the rich white guy didn't get in trouble for breaking the law. Weird.
Huh.
Oh, interesting.
Hate to see it.
It's too common now.
8. We got like weirdly political.
Yeah. This is a sports podcast. This is a sports podcast.
Yeah, who you got in 2020?
This is bad.
Robert Kraft, 2020?
Robert.
Wow. Wow.
Gardner Minshew, 2020.
Speaking of Gardner Minshew, he comes in at 8.
Wow.
Okay, man.
We got to ride the wave here.
We
got to ride the wave. Well, Ryan, you should be high on Gardner Minshew since he's going to win the AFC South, right?
Yeah, I love
Right?
him.
Oh, okay. You don't seem too sure over there.
I like Minshew.
I like Minshew too.
I would trade Foles before I traded Minshew.
I really think he needs better receivers than DJ Chark to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
I mean, DJ
Shout out
Chark's
DJ
right.
Chark though.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
Yeah.
Better receivers, better OC. I think Minshew could be great. Sling it just like the Wazoo days.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike Leach.
The good days.
9. I think you have to go with Jared Goff. They put up a lot of points.
All right.
So
Regular season, yeah.
Good system quarterback. Still a system quarterback, though. Not a fan. Not a fan of system quarterbacks, but he gets it done. I think he's nothing without Cooper Kupp and Sean McVay.
Love Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. Better than Edelman?
No.
Yes, no?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Better than Edelman?
No.
I want to say yes.
No. I hate Julian Edelman, but no.
Yeah, but I think having Jared Cook.
Did y'all know that he played quarterback in college?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he could play better than Mitch Trubisky.
I could be an announcer for the NFL because I just told that stat.
50,000 times. Yeah. It's so true.
It's amazing that he made that catch because he actually played quarterback.
And then
And Chris Hogan played lacrosse.
I think at 10.
You still have Chris Hogan?
Do you really?
No, I don't remember what team he's on, but he's not with the Patriots anymore.
Is he on the Bills?
I think he's on the Panthers.
Panthers?
Let me double check. Vamp.
I know Cole Beasley's on the Bills.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But number 10, I got Matt Ryan.
Panthers. I'm so smart.
Nice.
Good job. Good call on that one.
Matt Ryan, you say?
Yeah, Matt Ryan. Yeah, and the only reason he's so low is because of how they're performing this year. But I think Matt Ryan's had
Resident left
decent.
booty cheek. Matt Ryan.
He has great stats.
He's got great stats. I mean, again, one of the best receivers in the game in Julio Jones. I think Calvin Ridley's going to be a stud down the road. They just need to get rid of defensive coaches.
Mo Sanu.
Yeah. Sanu's
Let us not
good option
forget.
too. I mean, the thing is Dan Quinn's a defensive coach. It's obviously been proven that defensive coaches rarely win. So, hey, you never know.
Well, ever since they lost Kyle Shanahan, the offense hasn't been the same. Just hasn't been the same.
True. Yeah, Sarkisian. No.
No.
I'm not. I haven't been a fan of Sarkisian.
Who's there now? Who's the guy?
I thought it was Sarkisian.
Still Sarkisian?
I think.
That needs to change.
Falcons.
That needs to change.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dirk Cutter.
Oh,
He's
God.
back.
Oh,
no.
God.
He's back.
That explains everything.
That does explain a lot. Does explain a lot.
Oh, man.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
All right, Zach, I believe it's your turn.
Did either of you guys have Tom Brady?
No.
No? Wow.
I think
An
he's,
old system quarterback that can't move? I'm sorry.
Number 1, I had Pat Mahomes.
I thought you were going to say Tom Brady. I was like,
No.
yeah.
Number 1, I had Pat Mahomes.
Yep,
Gotta be,
obviously.
right?
Because, yeah. Number 2, Tom Brady.
Wow. At
Yeah.
number 2.
I mean, it makes the most sense. Like,
2?
Yeah, number 2.
Wow.
I kept him off out of spite, but I don't hate.
Wow.
I don't hate having him in like a top 5.
Number 2, Tom Brady.
Number 2.
Yeah.
But nowhere close in the MVP race.
No. I don't think he's ever going to win MVP again.
Wow.
Just because people are sick of giving him awards. But he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
All
Can't
right.
keep the GOAT off.
Okay.
I hate to do it, but he's number 2. Number 3, I got Russ. I agree. He's not going to win the MVP, but
No?
he could.
It's going to be Mahomes again?
It's going to be Mahomes again.
Yeah.
It's going to be Mahomes again.
Have you seen how infatuated ESPN is with him?
Oh,
Like,
it's true.
they're
Even
gonna ride-
Collinsworth was.
They're going to make his campaign for MVP.
It's
Yeah.
awful.
4. I got A-Rod. Aaron
I like
Rodgers.
Okay.
Another GOAT. I think the Packers could sneak to the NFC Championship.
I'm calling it. I think they are
Okay.
gonna.
They could.
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur.
I could see a Super Bowl appearance out of Green Bay.
Really?
Honestly,
Yeah. You know, Mike Pettine's got the defense playing well.
Of all people.
Yeah.
that is it.
Former
That is-
Browns coach. Shout out Cleveland.
I saw him during the Cowboys game, and I was like, what? This guy's still alive?
That's if the Kyle Allen led Carolina Panthers don't mess around and win a Super Bowl.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true. 5, I got Deshaun Watson. Just, God, he has a coach holding him back. You hate to see it. Just fire the coach. Fire the coach.
Who do you think should go there?
Somebody else. Not Bill O'Brien.
Somebody else. Thank you, Zach, for that insight.
Not Bill O'Brien. Well, I'll get back to it. Mike McCarthy? Mike
Interesting.
McCarthy?
Interesting.
Mike McCarthy to the Texans?
Very interesting.
Nah, you
No.
keep saying it, and I still don't like it.
No.
I think it'd be interesting.
It's a candidate. He's a candidate. I would have said Bruce Arians, but he took a bad job. Hugh Jackson? No.
I
God
like
no.
it.
God no.
No,
I like
you
it.
shouldn't like that.
Number 6, Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. The Eagles. I just think they're gonna go.
It's one of those years where you don't think about the Eagles very much, and then they just.
I think they're about to rip off like 6 straight or something.
I think they might finish 8-8, and then just kind of just tear
It's
everybody up.
probably for the best to be out of the public eye right now for the Eagles. They can just kind of like work in silence. No one's really talking about them in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
like all of a sudden like ESPN will be like, oh my God, the Eagles have won 5 straight.
7, Matt Stafford, the man I want to see on the Bears. I just want to see him on a different team
Yep.
than the Lions. He's,
With some
see if
actual
he can-
receivers.
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
better.
ever since Calvin Johnson retired, he's been,
It's
Yeah,
been sad.
it's been sad.
It's been kind of a waste.
No
now,
weapons.
Now, I
None.
really
Never.
wouldn't feel too bad for Matt Stafford because he's rolling in all that money.
Right.
But, yeah, I would like to see him get a ring.
He's never had a coach.
Golden-
He might have one now. Who knows?
Golden Tate emerges as a legitimate weapon. They're like, yeah, we're gonna send him to Philly.
Hey, Jim Caldwell was decent.
Oh, come on, Jim Caldwell. I lived through Jim Caldwell.
Yeah, that was a dark
He had
time.
nothing to do with that Super Bowl.
Went to the same high school as my dad.
Jim Caldwell?
Yep.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact for the day. Were they friends?
No, he's a couple years older than my dad.
Oh. Okay.
Number 8,
Let me double check that before I lie on this podcast.
Philip Rivers.
Or if my dad lied to me, then I in turn lied on the podcast.
Number 8, Philip Rivers. I was actually looking up. Do you remember that year LT ran for like 40 touchdowns?
Yep, the
Yeah.
White Memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was correct.
Yeah.
Same
Oh,
high
you
school
were
as
right.
my dad.
But that year LT ran for like 40 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking up. This has nothing to do with Philip Rivers. I was just looking up that team earlier. The 06
Okay.
Chargers.
Wow.
They were loaded.
Yeah.
Absolutely loaded.
Gates, LT,
Yeah. Sean Merriman.
Oh.
Remember him?
lights out.
Yeah. Young Cromartie.
Oh, the guy
Yeah.
who has like 13 kids
Yeah.
That's just a Chargers
with like
thing.
13 different women. Yeah.
It's just a Chargers thing. They don't practice that. Number 9, Brissett. Jacoby Brissett. He's
I
just
love
a
it.
cool. He's just a cool guy. He's just cool.
I've said my piece on this.
he just. It could have been a lot worse for the Colts. Could have been a lot worse.
Mhm.
I'm
It's
glad it was Brissett and not Chase Daniel.
You wash your mouth.
Number 10, Minshew. Gardner Minshew.
I love it.
I love it too.
I kept him off because I put him on my scab list.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's on my scab list, too. He can
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Why don't we move to the scab list? I only have 3 on my scab list.
3, really?
Yeah.
For some clarification, the scab list is the quarterbacks that have come in relief of the week 1 starting quarterback, and we're just rating people who have performed best in that tough situation.
Well, Zach, if you have the least, lead us off, bro.
Well, number 1 is Teddy.
Okay.
I got Teddy number 1.
Yeah. 3-0.
3-0. 3-0. Number 2 is Minshew. And number 3 is Jacoby. Am I missing anybody?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go or you want me to go?
Definitely are.
Really?
Yep. So I went with the top 5. And obviously, number 1's got to be Gardner Minshew. Because he is not only one, played well, but two, has established a brand for himself. Whereas I feel like a lot of people don't feel like they know Teddy Bridgewater. Whereas Gardner Minshew, if he were to stop playing football tomorrow, would be a brand deal for the next 10 years. So I feel like he is a winner both on and off the field with what he's done. So that's why he gets the number one nod from me. Okay. Number two, Kyle Allen. I love those Panthers right now.
Got him in the playoffs. Got him in the playoffs.
And then, of course, 3 would be Teddy Two Gloves, the one who's legitimately probably performed the best.
He's a starter.
Yeah.
He's a starter.
Exactly. Like, he was already a starter over in Minnesota and had a horrific knee injury.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
He would still be there.
That loses him scab points to me, as he was already an intended starter in the past.
Yeah.
4 would be Jacoby. Also got that knock for the previous starter already.
Yeah.
And then number 5 would be Mr. Daniel Dimes out of New York.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Who could have seen it coming?
Not I. I clowned them so hard for that.
Yeah, I think we're all wrong on that. Bless you.
You know, I just can't stop talking while I'm sneezing. That was the only noise that was happening.
Yeah. All right.
I need to hear it.
I'll go with my list then.
All right.
Gotta have Brissett at number 1. I think Brissett's number 1.
Homer ass.
Dude. Okay. How many quarterbacks can say they went into Kansas City and beat the reigning MVP and soon to become 2-time MVP?
Tom Brady.
Okay, other than Tom Brady.
Tom Brady can say a lot of things.
Right.
I love kissing my son.
2, I think it's got to be Bridgewater. Come in, again, like we mentioned earlier, 3-0 for the Saints. Big expectations for the Saints, and Breeze goes down. Bridgewater's got to come in. He looked awful when he came into that game, but then came back the next 3 weeks and has absolutely just done exactly what he needed to do to win these games.
Yeah.
3, I think you got to put Kyle Allen. That first game,
yes, sir.
4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, dude can really sling the ball. Where did he go? He went to A&M, right? A&M. I mean,
and Houston for a little bit.
You know, Big 12 school. I mean, that's what they do. They sling the ball. So you know what you're kind of getting with Kyle Allen.
A&M's in the SEC.
Oh yeah, they're in the. Well, they used to be in the Big 12, right?
In the past, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I'm confused. I hate those stupid realignments.
Well, the Big 8.
Honestly, I was hoping for Will Grier instead of Kyle Allen to start, but Kyle Allen's just fine. 4, I think it's got to be Minshew. Just because he hasn't been winning as much. Wow. That's the only problem.
4 for Minshew. How dare
that's the only thing is like we're riding this Minshew wave, but I loved going for 2 a couple weeks ago. Just didn't get it.
I like that.
Otherwise, that'd have been a win.
Big
win for them, but didn't happen. So that's why he's at 4. 5, it's got to be Danny Dimes. Just like you talked about.
Baby.
You talked about Minshew building the brand. Danny Dimes already got a nickname. Guy from Duke got a nickname. Danny Dimes. I've heard it shortened to just Dimes too.
Affectionately referred to as young Eli Manning.
Yes.
Daniel Jones.
Coming out of the Manning Passing Academy, Duke University, Danny Dimes at 5.
Danny Dimes Jones.
Yeah, it's great.
Shall we move on to college?
We shall.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
What do you guys want to do first? You guys are the college guys.
That's right. So we'll one that we can breeze through quick would be the playoff picks.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
And then your top 4, new guy.
So I'm still sticking with my top 4 that I started with at the beginning of the season. I chose Alabama, obviously. Alabama's got to be in there. Clemson's got to be in there. Their schedule is awful the rest of the season. North Carolina probably had the best chance to beat them. That was it. Love Mac Brown too. Oklahoma, Jalen Hurts, Lincoln Riley, match made in heaven. Except if they can finally get that defense playing well and actually getting some stops, they'd be dangerous.
Jalen Hurts, number 1 pick next year?
No.
No.
Number 1 quarterback?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think it's got to be Herbert, right? Out of Oregon?
Think so?
I think so. Number 4.
Tua is also an option.
Who?
I'd take Tua over Hurts.
Is he coming out, though?
That's true.
Is he going to come out? Yeah.
He needs to, so his little brother can take over. The next regime of Tagalovias.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you didn't say that right. Sorry, podcast listeners.
Dog. Has anyone ever said his name right?
No, probably not. No one can. No one can even spell it either. It's awful. Everybody just calls him Tua.
Yep, I got it over my head trying to.
Try to be cool right
I
there.
regret it.
Try to be cool right there. Ohio State at 4. I think Justin Fields looks great. Chase Young on the defensive side of the ball. Secondary's playing well. Play tough opponents in the Big Ten. Big Ten, SEC, I think those are probably got to be the 2 toughest conferences in college football. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah. Ohio State looks really good right now.
Who's out?
LSU and Joe Burrow. And I think Georgia's out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's the thing about the SEC is Alabama, LSU, and Georgia, they all got to find each other sometime during the season, right?
Yep.
Whether it's SEC title game or just in-season playing. Somebody's got to lose. Really, you could interchange any of those SEC teams this season.
Wow.
What I like about LSU, though, is they finally have an offense.
Yep.
They're not going to get blanked or 3 points by when they play Alabama this year. So that'll be a fun game.
What if it's 1 loss Georgia and 1 loss Ohio State? Who gets in?
Well, okay,
Georgia.
so AP poll right now has them both tied at 3rd. So not even the AP can pick one, but it would probably be Georgia, unfortunately, just because of the strength of schedule.
Yep.
And that's what sucks. That's what sucks. Now, unless we lose, as long as it's not a bad loss by Ohio State, they have a chance, depending on if they completely and utterly destroy somebody like Wisconsin, like they did in 2016.
All right.
59-0. 59-0. Just so you know, Cardell Jones, 12 gauge. Pretty embarrassing. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. So yeah.
And that'll do it for this podcast.
So yeah, that's my top 4.
Definitely got some shockers with mine.
Oh, no.
So I'm predicting that every team that makes the playoff will be undefeated.
Okay.
So y'all ready for this?
Hmm.
So number 1 overall is going to be Clemson.
Okay.
Nothing too shocking there.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone getting Clemson's way. They're going to coast through the ACC, etc.
Yeah.
Number 2, your Bayou Tigers of LSU.
Oh wow.
Wow. I like
Joe Burrow looks good.
I like it.
The offense is super fun, and I feel like that defense is. They're 1A, 1B with Georgia, with who's the best defense in the SEC right now.
Ed O knows how to get his guys playing.
Absolutely, and so I think if they squeak it out against Georgia in the championship, I think they beat Bama this year.
Oh wow.
And LSU's gonna
close.
Oh, of course, close.
Yeah.
But I think LSU's gonna represent the SEC in the playoff this year, and I say represent them because neither Bama nor Georgia slips in at 4. Because we have 2 other undefeated teams to deal with in Oklahoma out of the Big 12 at 3, and Ohio State out of the Big 10 at 4.
Will that be the first time Bama hasn't made the playoff?
I believe
No,
so.
I don't. No, I think they missed it a couple years ago, and they ended up losing their bowl game.
Huh.
I don't. You may want to check me on that, but
I'll check. Keep going, Ryan.
But anyways, just the way that everything looks right now, that's how I'm picking it. On October 9th, I could look very dumb if LSU slips like this week to someone that's not even like.
They play Florida this week.
Yeah,
this week.
There's no fucking way. I'm sorry. There's no darn way that Florida's going to beat LSU this year.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah. I will say that Florida win against Auburn was a big win.
I'll eat one of my toenails. I know there's no one listening to this podcast anymore, so you two will have to hold me on that.
I'm holding you to that.
I'll eat one of my toenails if Florida beats LSU.
All right, Zach, we need to determine which toe right now. Are we talking big toe?
No, we're going pinky.
Pinky toe.
That boy's been through some damage.
Oh, wow.
But outside looking in, it's going to be teams like, the SECs that don't make it, like Bama and Georgia, unfortunately. And teams like Wisconsin, who are going to go undefeated into the Big Ten championship and then get smoked.
Well, so that can't happen though because we play you guys in season.
The team that's going to go 1 loss into the Big Ten championship and then get smoked again. Notre Dame will be on the outside looking in with 1 loss. That Georgia losses.
Yeah, well, now they do have a chance to salvage it. They do play Michigan. They'll still probably be ranked.
And everyone will be outraged when the 12-0 SMU Broncos, or Mustangs, are left out of the conversation.
They almost lost it last week.
That was a definite joke because Tulsa, a very bad football team, took them to OT.
They were down 30-9 at halftime.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
30-9, and they came back and won that game.
Won that football game.
It's impressive.
All right, so now we can. Speaking of the Big Ten and with the Wisconsin versus Ohio State thing, let's say how the. Did you write how the West and East are going to shake out in its entirety?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Wisconsin's coming out of the West. I don't think Northwestern's going to give them I mean, they're already 0-3 in the conference.
Northwestern's the worst team in the West. So
right.
That's like the conversation begins with Northwestern because we can count them out.
Right. I mean, Minnesota does look good. I don't think they're a contender though.
Undefeated.
I know they're undefeated, but I mean, really against you guys?
Rowing that freaking boat.
Nebraska, we utterly destroyed them in Lincoln. It was amazing how they just kind of just fell over.
They're still a year away.
Yeah.
People were too high on them.
I do like Scott Frost.
Including myself. I thought they were
Really?
going to be like I knew it was going to be Wisconsin and Iowa 1A, 1B, but I was like, it's definitely Nebraska at 3.
Yeah, Iowa's still in there, and that's an interesting one because they have Penn State this week.
Yep.
If they lose, that puts them at 1-2 in the conference. That's hard to come back from.
I mean, Iowa with a 10-3 stink burger against Michigan.
That was bad.
Alabama has made it every year.
They did make it. Okay.
They're the only team to make it every year.
Wow. But yeah, I still think Wisconsin comes out. I think Jonathan Taylor, he's an
Heisman.
absolute monster. I don't know if he'll win the Heisman, but absolute monster.
Yeah, it's probably Joe Burrow.
How about that? Who wins the Heisman?
Probably Joe Burrow.
Really?
I don't know, man. I think
if what I predicted happens and LSU goes undefeated, beating Bama and Georgia, there's no way that Burrow doesn't win the Heisman.
I'd love to see Joe Burrow win it. I'd also love to see Justin Fields win it. I think Trevor Lawrence has been less than stellar this year.
Yeah, I think preseason we all thought it was a foregone conclusion.
I did. I picked Trevor Lawrence to win it. Tua's looked good, but I mean nothing like my goodness. Hurts is definitely a contender in there for sure.
Hurts is in that top 3. It's
I think
him, Burrow, and Taylor.
Well, I think Hurts this game, the Red River rivalry this week is going to be a big statement game for him. He has to have a good showing. Horns down.
You can't see it, listeners, but horns down are being flung by both hands.
Yeah, horns down for me too. Tom Herman, you're a joke. You expose Ohio State. You're ridiculous. I hope you lose every last game.
No homerism on this podcast.
No, not mad
just
at
to
all.
remind you.
Not mad. Big Ten East though, way tougher conference. I wish we had an easy cakewalk like Wisconsin does every year.
Hey man, don't sleep on Illinois.
Yeah, okay. 0-2 in the conference, just for the listeners there.
They're gonna turn it around.
They're gonna lose to Michigan. Love Brandon Peters though. Love Brandon Peters, Avon's finest. Ohio State. I gotta go with Ohio State out of the East. Tough walk though. Ohio State just put Michigan State down by 24 this past weekend. Penn State and Michigan are waiting in the wakes for their shot. It's at Michigan this year. At Michigan for the game. So maybe tough task if Michigan can find their stride in their offense.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm not too high on that.
The Gaddis experiment has not been.
Which I'm honestly surprised. Like I honestly went into the season saying, this is gonna be fun. Like, are we just chalking it up to Shea Patterson just being a bad quarterback in general?
I mean, he's not a bad quarterback. It's just like the system that they're running just isn't working. Yeah.
And it's harder when they can't establish the run because I'm pretty sure that's what Harbaugh wants to do.
Yeah, there's a difference.
They want to run.
There's a difference between tempo and like having an effective offense. If you're just running it but hurrying up to the line, that technically counts as tempo. Yeah. But you're not like doing anything innovative on the offensive end.
So I think Michigan has the potential to lose 3 more games this season.
Wow.
I think they lose to Notre Dame. I think of course I think Ohio State's going to go in the big house and win.
If Notre Dame makes the playoff, I'd be very upset.
I would be too.
Because somebody's getting screwed. Somebody's getting screwed if Notre Dame gets in.
Yeah, agreed. But if Michigan loses 3 more games, the Penn State, Penn State, Ohio State, and Notre Dame, do you fire Harbaugh? Is this over?
If he loses 3 more games?
Yeah, 3 games this season. So they've already lost 1. So that would drop them to what would they be? 8-4?
Man, those fans would be pissed.
He'd be on the hot seat for sure.
I feel like they would call for him to be fired.
Right.
I feel like there would be an outcry for it before there was any administrative things done. I feel like their hand would almost be forced.
Yeah.
If he loses 4 games this season,
yeah,
I don't think they'd have much of a choice but to fire him.
Well, it was always been about, okay, well, let's wait and see when Harbaugh's recruits get in here. I mean, he's been there how many years now?
This is it. Harbaugh team.
Yeah, this is it. And you got the transfers from Ole Miss, including Shea Patterson, who is supposed to be your quarterback and who really slung the ball at Ole Miss. And really hasn't done a whole lot for them so far. Mm-hmm. I mean, they bring in Dylan McCaffrey after Shea Patterson gets hurt for a couple plays, and he almost looked better.
Play that man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a McCaffrey. You almost have to, right?
Mm-hmm. You are a foolish man.
Yeah, I really thought Brandon Peters could have been better, too. Unfortunately, he ended up transferring out to Illinois with Lovie Smith. So, yeah, Big Ten East could get interesting, especially if everybody starts beating up on each other. But, yeah, I would have Ohio State and Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship game.
Same for me, and I think it would be criminal if we didn't talk about how bad both Big Ten Indiana teams are.
Hey.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
we have to kill them.
Hey.
We have to kill them.
Leave IU out of this.
All right.
Mr. College Football's not my thing. We're gonna eviscerate.
Leave IU out of this.
So now, to be fair, to Purdue's defense,
hey, when it was 7-3 against Ohio State, you were scared.
I wasn't scared in the slightest.
You were scared.
I wasn't scared in the slightest. And now everybody comes back and be like, oh, well, Penix didn't play. Is Penix really a 41-point
we would have lost by 20 if Penix played.
Right. I mean, Purdue, they lost Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
They lost...
And Sindelar.
Yeah, and Sindelar. That's tough, especially for a team like Purdue, of Purdue caliber.
Yeah.
Where that's...
You lose your
need
star.
that. Yeah, you need that. So, and then Indiana's just going to be what Indiana is every year, right?
5-6 going into Purdue.
Right, and if they don't win, they don't get a bowl game. Which, honestly, I think Indiana wins this Old Oaken Bucket game this year.
No.
I think so.
Mm-mm.
I'm calling it. I think Penix is the truth.
If it's a must-win, they're gonna lose. If they're already if they're already 4-7, yeah, fine.
Are you a Tom Allen fan?
No.
No.
Is anyone?
No. Nobody likes Tom Allen. I don't know the pulse of this.
No.
I thought Tom Allen was going to be a good hire.
Very much Tom Crean vibes.
Oh wow,
it's
really?
Tom Allen, yeah.
Wow.
You say that because of the name.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why. The Toms. Nobody likes the Toms.
Wow.
Oh boy! And to wrap up college football, who's your favorite for the Group of 5 bid in the New Year's Six Bowls? Best Group of 5 team.
Boy, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I didn't research this. Who do you got?
Well, okay.
Let me hear you.
So it's
something might come to mind here.
It's obviously got to be Boise State. If they go undefeated in the Mountain West.
I'm just gonna say Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's no other good choices. I mean, UCF, they just got beat by Cincinnati.
Typically, in years past, if UCF goes down, that's the end of the Group of 5 conversation. They're like, oh, cool, now it's Boise. But App State is a really good team out of the Sun Belt.
Are they still undefeated?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're still kicking ass.
Could SMU get in there?
I was very high on them coming into this week, and then that performance against Tulsa was disheartening.
Because you're a Shane Buechele guy.
I love Shane Buechele. But definitely App State could definitely be in the conversation for it, because they're way too good to be in the Sun Belt. They're beating up on those poor kids. And honestly, the same goes for Boise. Boise should be a Power 5 team.
Yeah, I agreed. I think it's time that they move, right? Well, it looks like Memphis looks like they're doing all right this year, too. Memphis is making a run at it.
They have a good chance to win the American this year. UCF is a little bit down, but they're still UCF. I feel like they're still going to win the conference.
Yeah, UCF is a tough team to beat.
I mean, and we got to talk about the team that just beat UCF in Cincinnati.
Yeah, Luke Fickell, man. Luke Fickell coming up with a big win. It's unfortunate that he's just not big time enough for Ohio State. That's why they let him go.
What's the vibe on Ryan Day?
Oh, so actually, I just read a story yesterday. He was getting some NFL offers, supposedly, and he's kindly declined them and said this is where he wants to be. But I think everybody loves Ryan Day. I think he's got some guts to really throttle teams, where Urban Meyer kind of took it easy.
Of course, they have a seamless transition at head coach. It just is so.
Oh, it makes you so mad, doesn't it?
Oh
man, it's unfortunate.
Oh, the tears, they're so salty.
That offensive scheme that he runs out there, man, put up a lot of points. Justin Fields is probably the perfect quarterback for him to start off with too. 5-star transfer just falls in his lap.
I mean, same thing happened to Washington. Things aren't going too well.
Yeah, well, that's Washington. This is Ohio State. This is big time.
We went pretty smooth. Kevin Wilson to Tom Allen. It's pretty smooth.
And you know where Kevin Wilson's at, right?
Oklahoma, right?
No. He's at Ohio State as well.
What?
Part of the offensive staff, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Ryan Day regime is going quite well. Pretty thrilled about how that's going so far. And hopefully he understands the essence of Ohio State football. He knows what it means to beat Michigan, what that game means.
Everybody does.
Right?
When's the last time Michigan beat you?
It's been a minute.
It's been a few
Brady
years.
Hoke beat it. I think it was the year that
Brady Hoke.
That's who y'all let.
Honestly, I think it was the year that Luke Fickell was the coach.
Oh, that would make sense.
I think I'm pretty sure. Let me look.
When Tressel got in trouble.
I think so. Because it's been so I follow an account. It says last time Michigan beat Ohio State. I think it's over 2,800 days now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Here we go. So Michigan beat Ohio State.
I'm no mathematician, but that's a long time.
It is quite a long time. 2011.
Yeah.
2011. Can
Ouch.
anyone name the Michigan quarterback?
Denard Robinson.
That was money.
Tom Brady.
It was not.
Denard Robinson, what a baller.
They were on
The last cover of NCAA football.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
It was Denard Robinson?
Yeah.
It was Denard Robinson.
Nice.
Yeah, it was at the Big House. It was November 26, 2011.
His shoes were untied.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep. Shoelace. Or what they call it? I can't remember what they call him, but.
Who was his go-to receiver on that team? Devin Funchess.
Was it Braxton Miller for...
Braxton Miller was the quarterback. Braxton Miller was quarterback. And I'm kind of curious now.
Denard Robinson.
Yeah, he was a problem for us when we played him.
Remember when he was on the Jaguars for 5 minutes?
Yeah, he played all right.
He's all
Who
right.
was that Michigan quarterback immediately after Denard that wore like 98?
Devin Gardner.
Should not be allowed.
Devin Gardner.
You should lose your scholarship if you wear that number.
Yeah, so Michigan...
He looks like a kicker out there to go play because all the quarterbacks got hurt.
Yeah, so back to that 2011 win by Michigan. They won by 6. Ohio State finished 6-6 that year. Michigan finished 10-2. So if that tells you anyway. So that was kind of a down year for Ohio State. They kind of had us dead to rights there. Jonathan Hankins was on that Ohio State team.
Oh, great Colts career. Colts career.
Yeah. Ryan Shazier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The hairless wonder.
Yeah. How's he doing? Ryan Shazier.
He's at every game. Yeah, he's been
okay.
Kind of coaching, I guess. I mean, obviously he hopes to play, but so yeah.
Well, anything else you guys want to hit on? I think we got it all.
Yeah, unless there's anything else that you want to talk about specifically.
I mean, I'd love to talk about the NBA, but
if you want to talk about the NBA,
it's not the time. It's not the time.
If you we got time for one topic.
Let's record a whole another podcast immediately following this and just release it a week later.
It's not the time.
Ryan Pace, if you're listening, please trade for another quarterback. Mitch Trubisky can't do it.
Well, guys, thanks for coming on. It's a good time.
Thanks.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Even though this is my office.
Yeah.